Oh, hey, this is Moyo from Sweden, and welcome to Moyo in Sweden. Yeah, so I'm at my new apartment here, and I have moved in here. You can see it's a lovely view here. Okay. Anyways, so I moved into this apartment 1 month ago, and I was away for my business activities. So after a month, I moved in here and have been going through some things here, which I will later on reveal when it's proper time. Yeah. So let's move here. It's the apartment. So this thing will be better, I think. Yeah. This so you can see me better. Yeah. No need to see the view. You need to see the information. Okay. So I put the camera here. I think the phone, and I will shoot the video. So I record raw this things. Okay, let's keep the video here. Okay, so sorry for the interruption. I was setting up the phone here because this is a new apartment and I'm not aware where to set up the camera, and this was just I had this topic in mind and I started recording, so sorry for the interruption. Okay, so as you can see the topic: should immigrants be blamed for crimes in Sweden? So this topic came up. This has been a long debate around the global media about the rise of crime in Sweden. So I am an Indian immigrant living in Sweden for nearly 2 years, and I have seen a lot. I know a lot about the system, and here it's true, and I provide advising. Everybody knows as a business. But see, I never talked about this topic because I had written an article in my blog some time ago, which I had, but right now it is not available. So I have accumulated more knowledge and more perspective I have gained on this thing, and so it is better that I share this on YouTube now. Let's begin the video, the topic. So first thing first, what motivates a person to go into crime? That is the first thing I will tell you, because I worked as a volunteer with the police in India and some things I know about criminology. See, no person takes the path of crime in a very wholehearted way, so there may be some things. First of all, there is need of money, financial problem. Second of all, there is some family problem like divorce and all, which makes a child go into mental things like rape, and all these things happen due to a problematic family, like a problematic marriage with the parents. So these things, or like someone takes a revenge, like somebody's father was killed and that guy kills. So these three things are the main thing here. Why in the global world people do crime? And the third is greed, money, like people want to make money and they make crime. The fourth things are there. Now here, if you say that migrants create crime, this is the common thing made by political people in Sweden and global thing, because it serves their political things and nothing can be done. But I will put first why this thing is done. And it is true that most of the crimes are done by the migrants, but are they needed to blame? That will be the end of the video. We will find out. So why they go into crime, why some migrants go into crime. Now here I will give you the global perspective, because this is common in all over the world, and I will tell you why this thing happens. See, first of all, a person, like I will give you my home country example. My family is staying in West Bengal over the generations, like my grandfather, his dad, so all of our family is staying in West Bengal. So we have our own connection, we are established there. Okay, we are established there. So like a Bengali child who is born in a Bengali family, he is born in a he is in a good financial situation, he is with a good family, and his upbringing, his social status, his situation is very different from a person who comes to West Bengal as a migrant labor. Okay, please understand this thing. Because see, that guy from some other state, he's a migrant in West Bengal. In India, there are many cultures and people do interstate migration. This is the thing I am telling. So here, the migration, they come from a very, like someone is a migrant labor and they are not properly educated. So this guy works hard, and if he has a son or a daughter, that child has a very different situation, because he can't provide that child that much financially. The child faces lot of problems and all, and if that child does not speak Bengali, it is very difficult to make friends with the localites. So in a way, I think this affects the mentality, and somehow I think some people think that they are neglected or not accepted in the society. So all of this spirals into criminal activities. So I think this is the same in the global perspective, because see, in Sweden, if you go to areas where there are mostly migrants, you will see a lot of crimes take place. If you look at areas where mostly Swedish people stay, it is very less crime. I am telling you, this is reality. This is reality. This is nothing palm-reading and all. I am telling the reality, okay? And nothing hate against anybody. This is reality I am speaking. I am not naming any community or any hate against. I am also an immigrant. Please don't take this in a wrong way. But this is true. Now, this was the reason, the way I related from West Bengal, because see, most of the Swedish people are already established here. They are parents, grandparents, their dad, all are living here, and their children have a very different social thing here. They have good finances and a different upbringing they get. But a person who came from just outside, is very difficult to get a job here, first of all. Then there are a lot of problems. He needs to establish himself. And see, and lot of times these people don't know the language, just like I told. So in that way, see, the parents have taken the decision to come here, but the child who is born here also, but if that child knows Swedish also, that child will very well know Swedish, because he is born here. But the problem is his upbringing will be very different. So there is a certain thing, but in Sweden, I think, specifically coming to Sweden, the problem is created because there was no focus on language. See, if there would have been focus on language integration, so I think this problem would have been much mitigated, much more mitigated. It is not even mitigated, but it could be mitigated. Because see, as I speak Swedish, I was able to mix with, be friend with Swedish people. So I understood a lot from them about the system, that nobody discriminates against me. Yes, that is the similar thing which happened recently. That's why I am making this video. It was a Swedish guy who tried to do something with me, and it was another Swedish friend I have at the church who helped me a lot, and that is why I am making this video here. If I wouldn't have learned Swedish on my own, because I never got SFE, if I wouldn't have learned Swedish on my own, I wouldn't have been socialized with them at the church, and that is why I had been able to integrate a lot. A bit I have integrated and able to understand the people here, how they think, what is the system, because a lot of things you won't find online. Because Google is a search engine, not a truth engine. So this is the thing, a lot of times people think that they have been discriminated, but no, it is the system is pretty different. Like in West Bengal, if you speak with a Bengali, he will know a lot about the system than a person from outside. But that is similar in Sweden, but that outside guy may think that the system is discriminating, because the public authorities or these people won't speak with you much, because they have some prerogatives, they have some boundaries, and they are not your friends. So understand. So lot of times people take it in a wrong way, and they think, yeah, the system is discriminating against me, and then some people take these extreme steps of crime. But see, if integration is done, people are able to mix, people are able to understand the localize. It will be very easy to know the system, because the problem is not with finances or anything. It is more about that I am getting discriminated, and sometimes it is like they are not having income and they are taking crime. But see, in Sweden I think it is not the situation, because most of the people are getting social security benefits. So I think the problem is integration, I think. So this thing I have told about why the crime occurred in Sweden, reflecting back to the West Bengal thing, because in West Bengal also, if a person mixed with a Bengali, they will understand everything. This is clear, I think. Now, I will tell you why in Sweden, who should migrants be blamed in Sweden for this thing. So I told you what is the root cause. Now see, if you tell all migrants are this thing, this is a political thing, I know. Like, if they don't tell that, they can't get the votes of some people, and fool people. Like in India, people also, like these politicians fool people. This community is that, this community is that. Some Bollywood actor is targeted, someone is targeted. It is pretty easy to get votes. It is a type of thing which is a shift from the developmental politics and going to the common, and it is very easy thing to get votes. An educated person will understand. But see, I am telling you, it is true that most of the crimes are committed by migrants here. That is true. But should migrants be blamed? That is the question here. No, not migrants, not only migrants. Yeah, they should be blamed, but not all migrants. Those migrants who are doing crime, they absolutely should be blamed. But not all migrants should be blamed. This is one thing. I am also a migrant. I have never done a crime. There are a lot of migrants struggling here without a personal number. Okay, I have seen many people. They are very nice people. Okay, they are very nice people. And you will see IT people also. Some are very good, some are hypocrites. But see, there will be bad apples in every community, but that doesn't create the word migrant as bad or something. See, migration should depend upon economy. Okay, if the economy needs IT people, they should bring IT people. If the economy needs this, that, it should depend on the economy. But I think the most important thing is that whoever is coming should be integrated. And it should be, that person should, his or her values should be similar with the culture and the people. Yeah, this is my thing. Now, coming back to the point, should migrants be blamed? Not every migrant should be blamed. This is one thing. Who are doing crime, they should be blamed. And now, who else should be blamed? Okay, this is the question. Why I told you the reason. Who else should be blamed? It is the people who made stupid policies. Yes, those are Swedish people. Yeah, absolutely. See, what I understand is that if they would have focused on integration, this thing would have been mitigated a lot. Okay, it does not make sense that you will hand over some public money to them and they will not do it. See, there are a lot of things. Like I told you, financial, right? That's why I told you the reason, the whole thing I made you. This is a case study I did, whatever I understood about the system. The problem is there was no integration, I think. Okay, like if you don't tell, if there is no exam in the school, then the students won't study. Okay, so that was similar thing. Like here for permanent residency, citizenship, no Swedish, nobody will learn. That is the problem, and lot of videos are made like, why are they making language requirements? They are making hard, are bhai, are whatever you are, bhai, bro, brushan, whatever you are, please understand, please understand. A person will not know language and he or she will get a citizenship. What after that? Okay, what after that? How will that person live here? Please stop this thing. Okay, it is not racism or nothing to telling a person to learn the language where he will stay permanently, because see, permanent residency means you are going to stay permanently. You are telling you are going to stay permanently. No, you are taking citizenship means you want to take the passport and you don't know the language and you are telling it is making. Please, it is up to you, but it is up to me also, like it is my opinion. So I think it is foolish you are doing this to get some views and all, but it is up to you, whatever you can do. So I am doing whatever I can do. Okay, no problem. We live in a democratic country. You can tell this racism we're making hard. I can tell is nothing. You are also doing your job. Okay, no problem. So these people also needs to be blamed. The people who made these hypocritic laws. Okay. So both people needs to be blamed. So I have defected. I have today busted this myth also. Like this was a myth like all migrants. No, not that. This thing started because there was no focus on integration. I think that was the main thing, the problem here. A lot of people learned for their survival. A lot of people learned due to something. Some people, very few I know, learned due to respecting the country, and all that is true. But yeah, but if there would have been a focus, this focus on integration and language learning, this crime thing would have been solved a lot. And I think the onus lies more on the people who made these laws and never tried to rectify this. And till now I think some people brush off this. I know this, some people try to brush off, but see, brushing it off won't solve the problem. It will increase, because this kind of people who tell that all migrants are that, they will make more of this foolish thing to fool the people, like it does in India a lot. In India people are fooled in very easily, but here it is not. Most of the people don't align with their ideology, but in a way, in the vote, it sees that they are increasing. Okay, so this was a video I made on should migrants be blamed for crimes in Sweden. It is no, actually not all migrants should be blamed for crimes. The migrants who are doing crimes should be blamed absolutely, but also the people who neglect, try to brush off and never try to rectify and made these hypocritic laws needs to be blamed with them. Okay, they needs to be blamed with them. For them, this migration has gone into this stupid thing, and this has given a gift to these stupid politicians who don't want to do anything. They don't have any solution. Problem. They just want to get the votes and nothing else. What will they do after that? No plan. Just kick everyone out and just do racism, hatred. It won't solve anything. Okay, this kind of politics won't solve anything. The parties who focus on integration will always have my support. If it is right, left, I don't care. Okay, I don't care. Right now, I am not naming any party, but I am not a Swedish citizen. I don't vote. But I support the parties who advocate for migrant integration, and I think everybody knows which parties are that. Okay. And I am not eager to vote also. If I can get opportunity someday, I will vote. But my only vote will never change anything. It will, I think, this message I am sending through this video will change a lot, I think. Will change a lot. Okay, and I am not telling you or anyone to vote any party or anyone. It is my opinion, I told. But people will gain some knowledge and think in some way. So my intention is not to market for some party and all. It is just my opinion. I will support any party, right wing, left wing, whoever supports migrant integration. Okay, so a lot of things I shared here and a lot of perspective. You will learn a lot from this video. It's a learning channel. And thank you for watching the video, and thank you for the love and support you all show in every video. The channel is doing great. And subscribe to the channel if you want similar content about Swedish migration, Sweden, and residence permit, my life, everything about Sweden. And share the video if you think other people will find it helpful. Prioritize your self-respect, take care of your family, and there's always something to learn every single day. Tack så mycket. Hej då from Sweden. Hej då.